Just thought I would pull out the camera and record a few cold calls to see how we go. I hate cold calling. It makes me incredibly nervous. I feel extremely awkward, but you just have to do it. You have to prospect in order to talk to decision makers, get them booked in for a meeting, and you just have to do it. The only way to get better at cold calling is to do cold calls. So yeah, let's get into it.
6-1.
Hi, you've reached Dad. Hi guys, this is Jeremy.
The person you are. 6-1. Speaking.
G'day. Oh, this is Jake. You're probably gonna absolutely hate my guts. This is actually a cold call. Did you want to hang up now or let me have 30 seconds and then decide?
I will hang up now.
All right, fair enough.
Thank you.
All right, see ya. She hung up straight away.
You have reached the...
Hi, you've called Kelly. I'm sorry.
Hello, speaking.
G'day, this is Jake. You're probably gonna absolutely hate my guts. This is actually a cold call. Did you want to hang up now or let me have 30 seconds and then decide?
A what call, sorry?
A cold call,
cold call.
Yeah.
Sure, go for it.
All right, cool. Well, just for some context, we typically work with owners of successful and ambitious fitness studios because they're experiencing one of the following. So their lead
I'll
volume...
probably just stop you there because I don't own any gyms anymore.
You don't own a gym? I've got my wires mixed up. I've got you...
I have in the past, but we sold them last year, so.
All right, I've got you under...
Don't own them anymore.
All right. If you don't mind me asking, who took over?
Yeah, you'd have to contact. Sorry.
All right, no worries. I will give him a ring.
All right.
All right, thank you. Bye.
Bye.
All right, so she sold the gym to another owner and she didn't want to give me the name of the new owner, which is fair enough. I understand that. So I'm going to give him a ring and see if I can get in touch with the previous owner, pretend that I didn't know she's no longer the owner, and then see if we can actually talk to the current owner. So let's give that a go. Got a mobile for the new number, so it's probably going to take us directly to the owner.
Hello, speaking.
G'day, this is Jake. You're probably gonna absolutely hate my guts. This is actually a cold call. Did you want to hang up now or let me have 30 seconds and then decide?
Give me a crack, go for it. All
right,
I'll
cool.
Give you some time.
And if after the 30 seconds you hate it, I won't be offended. You can hang up. So just for some context, we typically work with owners of successful and ambitious fitness studios because they're experiencing one or more of the following. Either their lead volume isn't where they want it to be, so they can't seem to get enough people through the door, or their leads that they do generate, they never pick up the phone and they're spending way too much time following up with them, or they just can't seem to find any growth within the business and feel that they're stuck at their current member count. But who knows? I get the feeling you're probably going to tell me you guys are at max capacity and don't really experience any of those in your world. Am I right?
I experienced all of the above.
All of the above? All right. Well, quick question. Of those three things, not enough new leads and bodies walking through the door, perhaps enough leads but having to constantly follow up with them, or that the gym just can't seem to get past a certain number of members. If you could wave a wand and fix one, which would it be?
I would say getting more leads, but then converting those leads into actual sales.
Okay, so getting more leads and then converting those leads that you get into actual sales as opposed to tire kickers or anything like that.
Yeah, exactly. Like there's people coming in the door. I would like more people coming through the door.
Yeah.
But then once you make that introduction to actually get them to sign up to a membership, right?
Yeah. So more people through the door and then more of those actually converting. All right. Well, I've had my 30 seconds. Do you mind if we talk for one more minute?
You can. No, I will give you the time.
All right, cool. So when you say more members through the door and you're currently getting people, what do you mean exactly? How many people are you getting? Is it through word of mouth? Can you sort of give me a quick rundown of the current situation?
I would say probably the majority of people that are inquiring are those who are moving to the area, or they've been at they've tried other sort of fitness studios and they're looking for something different. I probably wouldn't say so much word of mouth, and then the place I'm probably lacking is creating that lead generation myself, like through different events or marketing, all that sort of stuff. I'd say the majority of people are, they'll move from somewhere, they're new to the area, they want to look for a gym.
Okay, so they're just fresh to the area and they've just happened to stumble upon you because they are new to the area and they're looking for that gym sort of thing.
Yeah.
All right. And you don't have anything in place to sort of consistently get leads in, aside from relying on those new people?
I mean, like the marketing side of things, yeah, I'm not doing any sort of paid advertising or anything like that. Mainly just organic, sort of like Instagram and Facebook posts. And obviously there's the perspective of, like I said, like with right, it's, I'm just when all the other are doing their marketing and you've got as a brand, it's like that almost pushes leads in the door to me.
100%.
Like you know what I mean? Like it's more like becoming my way, not because of anything I personally did, but just because of the brand itself.
Exactly, the brand, like sort of the ocean or the tide that rises all ships sort of thing.
Yeah.
All right. Well, if I told you that we could help fix getting more people through the door and we've helped gyms in your exact situation eliminate that forever, I mean, would you say that's something you'd want to explore further?
I mean, I'm willing to read through or talk through anything that you've got. It's one of those things where obviously I'm doing everything I can as a business owner to try and figure out and how to sort of solve all these problems. So.
All right. So Let's pretend I could solve it for you. I could bring more people through the door and you believe that I could do it. Is there any reason you wouldn't be open to talking with me for half hour, 45 minutes on another call sort of thing?
We definitely could chat. Yeah.
All right. Have you got your diary there at the moment?
Yeah, I can look it out when I'm free.
All right. Did you have a date that you were looking at?
Let's look at... How does... So, this week not looking so good.
All right.
How does next Monday sound?
Next Monday? Bear with me.
Yeah, all good. And I would say any time after 10 a.m. would be fine. I can lock something in.
I can do 10:30 a.m. Brisbane time next Monday.
Yeah, that's fine. And then obviously, like just for, I guess, for my benefit, if you're able to just send a bit more stuff about yourself, what you've sort of been up to, what you're thinking you're going to propose, all that sort of stuff, just so I can do some prep.
100%. I'll flick you an email with some info, some reviews, all that sort of stuff. What was the best email for me to book in and for me to send that to?
Yeah, cool. So you can send that to the...
Too easy. And for mobile, just the one I'm on now?
Yeah, that's fine, yeah.
All right, cool. Okay, so can we just agree on a couple of things? Now, I don't know if we can help you. So if by the end of the meeting you don't feel comfortable with me or you don't think I'm someone you want to move forward with, are you okay with telling me no?
100%, yeah.
All right, cool. And likewise, look, if I don't feel we can help you, I'll be completely honest as well and say, you know what? I'd love to help you, but I don't think we're the right sort of guys for you. You wouldn't be upset if I said that despite the fact that you're agreeing to meet with me?
That's completely fine. Yep.
All right, cool. And one last thing, if we don't say no to each other, would you mind spending, say, a few more minutes trying to figure out a clear next step on how we would move forward if we do get that far?
Seems logical to me, yes.
All right, too easy. Well, look, I will email everything to... That was right, wasn't it?
That's correct, yep.
All right, cool. I'll shoot that invite over to you. And one last question. Could you think of any reason as to why you'd want to cancel? I mean, you're not going to hang up the phone and think, oh my goodness, what have I done? I've agreed to meet with Jake. He's a salesperson.
Yeah. I mean, that would be the only reason, right? And it's like, it's an interesting one of like, it's a cold call. So there's that sort of part where I'm like, do I have the time? Do I care? All those sort of factors, right? But it's like, you called, I'll give you, I'll let you have your say. And then we can sort of go from there, which is what next Monday is going to be, right? Like you say, let you have your say. If I sort of sit there and go, it's not quite right for me, then it's fine. We've at least had a chat.
Yep, too easy. Sounds perfect. I'll talk to you on Monday then.
Sounds good.
All right, too easy. Thank you. See you Monday. Bye.
Yeah.
We did it. We got a meeting booked. I'm going to have to bleep out the names, but I'll use fake names for now. Jamal was the previous owner. We called her. She said that she's no longer the owner. So we did a little bit of research. We got the new phone number. We dialed that number, and Jeremy answered, and we booked a call with Jeremy. So how many dials did that take? That took us 18 dials, and we got one meeting booked. That's pretty good in my books. I just made up a quick email with a Loom video attached as well, give him a bit more info on what we do. I didn't dive into too much detail because I want to keep some curiosity there to get him to still want to come on the call, as opposed to giving him all the information up front, including pricing, and then he's like, you know what, I don't want to go ahead. I'd much rather actually jump on a call, have a conversation with him, try and dig into some pain points if I can, and get him into an emotional state, so then I can pitch our offer as a solution. And I also don't want to pitch him and waste my time writing out a solution if he's not even a good fit for us, or if we're not a good fit for him. The call has been booked for Monday at 10:30 Brisbane time, 11:30 my time. It's a bit further out than I would like to have booked, just because it's a week away from today. Ideally, I would have liked to have booked him for either tomorrow or the next day after, but he just didn't have any availability. So the likelihood of him showing up to the call or no showing reduces. But I'll try my best to get him on board, sending him reminder texts and everything like that. I did ask him as well, there's no reason why you wouldn't, you're going to hang up the phone and say, oh my goodness, what have I done? I've agreed to catch up with a salesperson. He said, look, it is a cold call, but he is keen to have a chat. So hopefully he does show, and I'll update you guys on what happens after the call on Monday. So yeah, happy that we got a meeting booked, and I'm going to continue cold calling to see if we can get another, or at least talk to another decision maker.
Hello?
G'day, is that...
No, it's... There you go, mate.
Sorry?
Yeah.
Camera battery died while I was having a conversation with... Basically, he said they've already got a team in place. I tried to push a little bit, saying, like, are you happy with the current results? He said he is. I asked if he wouldn't mind sharing the current cost per lead. So he doesn't know off the top of his head, but they're very happy with their results. Asked if he knows anyone. He didn't. So we'll move on to the next lead.
The person you are calling. Hey there, it's Tracy.
Thank you for calling. We really appreciate your call, and we're
Oh, g'day. Sorry, it cut out a little bit. Who was that? Yes, was in?
No, unfortunately not. I think he will be at the Virginia Club because of its opening.
At the Virginia... because of the... Okay, no worries. Sorry. I might give you guys a ring back maybe Wednesday, Thursday. He's not in then, is he?
Yep. You can even ring Virginia if he's there. I'm just not too sure about on the day. Just not someone that I usually talk to, that's all.
All right, no worries. Well, thank you. Appreciate it. I will see how I go on my end. All right, catch ya. Bye. At a new opening. Gym must be going pretty well, eh? Yes. G'day, this is Jake. You're probably going to absolutely hate my guts. This is actually a cold call. Did you want to hang up now or let me have 30 seconds and then decide?
What's this regarding?
I'll give you the 30-second rundown, and if you absolutely hate it, you can hang up. Does that sound fair enough?
Sure.
All right, cool. So for some context, we typically... and you don't really experience any of those in your world, am I right?
Yeah, not too interested in any of that. Sorry, mate.
All right, so you've got everything under control.
Yeah, all good. Thanks
All
for
right,
the call,
awesome.
mate.
One last thing before I let you go. When I'm told that everything's under control, it just means that they don't experience peaks and troughs with leads coming in. I'm assuming you don't experience those.
Nah, all good.
All right, you're all good. Too easy. Well, I'll leave you to it, and thanks for your time.
Thank you.
All right, catch you. Bye. Whew, he's all good. Either he just really doesn't want to talk to me. I did try to push a little bit, just saying that, it means that I don't experience peaks and troughs. He said he doesn't, but it doesn't sound like, he said he doesn't sound like, nah, all good, which is just, no, I'm all good. I'm not interested in what you're selling. Maybe it's my tonality, maybe it's just him. I'm going to keep hammering with the same script that I'm using, and if I get the same feedback, across the board after hundreds of calls, then obviously something needs to change. But if not, if he's just an outlier, obviously not everyone's going to say yes, which is fine. But if we can increase the amount of people who do, even better.
Hello, speaking.
G'day, is that?
No, it's
Oh, sorry. I've got down here. Either way, you're gonna absolutely hate me. It's actually a cold call. Did you want to hang up now or let me have 30 seconds and then decide?
what's it about, mate?
All right, well, if you give me a quick 30 seconds, I'll give you the rundown. If you absolutely hate it, you can hang up. Does that sound fair enough?
Sure.
All right, cool. So for some context, any of those in your world, am I right?
Our gym is fine. We don't. It's our second little business, and we've got a tight little community down there, and we don't really try and ramp it up and pump it too much, and it just doesn't seem. So it's all good.
All right. Oh, so you're not looking to bring anyone else new into the gym at the moment?
No, not really. Until
All right.
we find word of mouth is our best. Yeah.
Too easy. Awesome to hear. There's just one last thing before I let you go then. You wouldn't happen to know anyone who could use a little bit of help getting some more members in the gym? Maybe someone you want to send a cold call or to, perhaps someone you don't like even?
No, sorry, mate.
All right, all good. Well, thanks. Appreciate your time.
Thanks.
All right, catch up. Had as a name. The actual name was... think I am going to bleep these names out just for privacy, but you can hear a different sound effect, so I hope that helps you. Yeah, still went with the call. He said he's not looking to grow. I mean, you heard the conversation, not looking to grow it. Didn't want to push because he doesn't sound like he's in any pain or need to grow. So just not a good fit for us, which is the whole point as well of cold calling, is just weeding out who isn't a good fit for you. And then you can sort of follow up with people who didn't answer, or maybe 6 months down the track, if they said it's not a good time, give them another buzz. I don't want to rely on that, on giving them another buzz. You want to push hard initially, because a lot of people, they're just going to have a knee-jerk reaction to you, where you're sort of conditioned where if someone calls you and they've got something to sell, no, I'm not interested, no thank you, even though you might actually need it. So we're trying to break that pattern with the opening as well. I know a lot more people are using that now, but we're still getting a lot of people laugh, which is great. It means I haven't heard it before. If I was getting people telling me, look, I get these calls all the time, people are saying that all the time, then yeah, obviously we need to change the opening there. But people are liking it, so I'm going to keep sticking with it.
Hello, speaking.
G'day, this is Jake. You're probably going to absolutely hate my guts. This is actually a cold call. Did you want to hang up now or let me have 30 seconds and then decide?
What's the cold call in relation to?
All right, so I'll give you the quick 30-second rundown, and if you hate it, you can hang up. Does that sound fair?
Yeah, go for it.
All right, cool. So just for some context, experience any of those in your world, am I right?
I don't tick any of those, mate. I've just signed up 30 members in a month.
Ooh, 30 members in a month. That's awesome.
Yeah, since December 27. I think I'm at 28 members, new members, and I've done nothing.
You've done nothing at all? Word of mouth?
No. Yeah.
All right,
word of
awesome.
mouth. I also... I'm on a main road and I put an electronic big billboard sign out the front.
Yeah.
And I don't think it in itself would contribute to, say, people going, oh, awesome, I'll sign up. But it's a reminder that we're there.
That you guys are there, yep.
And it's made a huge, I'm a CrossFit gym.
Yep.
And I've got 3 other gyms in my area and I've got friends that are members with them and
Yep.
they've all said, everyone's talking about my sign.
Okay, wow, so it's still on the job.
Yeah, and to align with what you just said, I am actually at capacity. So I'm about to put an extension on. I'm running about 170 members, so
Yep.
I can't kind of fit too many more in. But where are you based out of?
We're in Melbourne.
Yeah, right. Do you know what's the name of your? I've been down this path before.
Okay.
With a similar. I don't know exactly what you're offering, but you guys are all kind of the same.
Whoa.
And it doesn't really work with CrossFitters. Well, it's certainly not in Brisbane anyway. I found it an epic failure. I didn't like it from the start. Too pushy, too salesy. We're not like, we don't have contracts. We don't sell anything up front. You got to come in and you got to buy in, and you've got to want to show the discipline and the commitment to turn up, be consistent with training. And what I find is if people buy into something quickly because they've been given the sales pitch and they don't really want to be there, you end up with a bad experience. And word of mouth is really bad in Brisbane. Oh, they were really pushy. So it's actually not. I find it doesn't gel up here.
Yeah, you don't want to be getting the wrong people in, which is why we sort of have that call initially to see if we are a good fit. My mic actually cut out, but I booked another meeting. So in total, the numbers for today were 29 dials for 2 meetings booked. Took me about an hour and a half, an hour, 45 minutes, which is a long time. I was fiddling around with the camera in between calls, and a lot of people answered, which is good. Just means that I didn't do as many dials, but you shouldn't track dials. You should be tracking conversations that you have with the decision maker. And yeah, I'm pretty happy with 2 meetings booked in about, say, 2 hours, call it. Pretty happy with that. Overall, definitely room for improvement in terms of just being able to push harder, I think, when people say no, because a lot of the time it's just a knee-jerk reaction. They say, like you say, this is a sales call, and automatically their brain says, no, we don't want it, even though it could actually help them. But I think it's really important to actually qualify them. The goal of the cold call isn't to book a meeting, but rather to 1, see if they have a problem, 2, if they're actually, you can work with them, and 3, okay, let's get booked in so that we can have a half hour, 45-minute chat, because you don't want to waste their time and you certainly don't want to waste your time. And I think it's really important as well, if you're not a good fit, even if you think you're a good fit on the cold call, but then the sales call. All right, this is take 3. First of all, my mic dropped out and then I ran out of space on the memory card. So take 3, essentially what I was saying was that I closed another person